stage has a name that I need to write phonetically. All right, guys, your next act. This is very exciting. This next act is kind of like getting 2 for 1 right now because she is very pregnant. And she's only been doing comedy a couple of times. Please give her a very, very warm welcome and welcome to the stage, Leah Z June. Hello, hello. I am so strung out on coke. A cola. Because I can't drink, so that's why my heart is beating out of my chest right now, and this really sucks. But I'm thinking, like, no one's gonna heckle a pregnant girl. Right? You're all gonna be kind. And so Dan said this is pretty much my second time. The last time I was here a couple of years ago, I went over my time, like, majorly, and they kind of warned me, like, you know, this time, respect the red light. I'm like, I'm peeing every 5 minutes. There's no way I'm going to go over my 5 minutes. Trust me on that. So, yes, I'm 7 months pregnant, and it's a girl, if anyone really cares. And when you're pregnant, like, people do and say the stupidest things. This is my second pregnancy, and it's like, people do the same thing. It's unbelievable. For example, when I'm walking behind somebody who's opening a door, usually they don't hold it for me anyways, like people are rude, I don't know if that happens to you. But when you're pregnant, they'll do like a double take and they'll see you're pregnant and they're like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, like, you know, they will open the door for me. Well, thanks, but I'm pregnant, not a paraplegic. I can hold open my own door, thank you. However, this is a weird thing. When I'm taking a bus that's hurling down the highway at like 100 miles an hour, going over potholes, nobody offers me their damn seat. I don't get it. It's so like lopsided. I don't know. But the funny thing is when I'm trying to like cross the street, like last week, I've had this penchant for like chocolate milkshakes lately. So I was walking across the street to go get a milkshake at Baskin Robbins, and I literally like stepped my foot onto the road and cars just stop. It's like this belly has magic powers to stop traffic. I feel like I'm in Halifax. Cars actually stop. It's really weird. I mean, I could literally go onto the Ville Marie Expressway and cars will stop. You're pregnant, go ahead, go ahead. So yeah, people also have really stupid comments. And so this is one that I got. This was a couple of years ago. I was pregnant, and at least I'm having sex, right? That's proof. But my husband always my husband has a thing for pregnant women because he knows they put out. So I was with a friend, and I had like a really bad cold, so I was coughing, and my friend's like, oh, you know, that sounds like a really bad cough. You should go see a doctor. Like, really? Do you think I should? You're so smart. I mean, I'm just going to consult you for any future malaise I might have. I said, no, but I did go see a doctor, and the doctor put me on antibiotics. My friend's like, you're on antibiotics? And does your doctor know you're pregnant? Are you kidding me? Do you think I should tell her? I mean, it's like such stupid comments. See, I have to make notes because I'm pregnancy brain. It's a good excuse. I can use that for anything now. It's amazing. Oh, so the other thing about when you're pregnant, and I can't believe this, is, and this is for you, Robbie, is that when you're pregnant, people want to know, it's like, so did you pick out a name? Did you pick out a name? Tell me, what's the baby's name? What's the baby's name? Please tell me, tell me. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should tell you. I don't know if I should keep it a secret. Come on, please tell me, you know? Like, okay. And I will tell you, actually. It's Chloe. And everyone's like, oh, what a horrible name. The hell's wrong with you? She's going to have issues. Like, that's why I don't tell people, like, what's wrong with you people? This is a happy moment. Don't diss my baby's name. Robbie. Speaking of names, so my full name is Leah Z June. Actually, my first name is Goldie, a very Jewish name. It's a very old-sounding name, Goldie Leah Z June. So I figure it's a perfect name for when I'm 90 and dead. It'll look great on my tombstone, Goldie Leah Z June, you know. And it's funny because every time I go to a doctor's office and the nurse calls my name, Goldie Z June, you're next, they're surprised to see me because they're expecting to see a 90-year-old in a cane. But no, it's me. So something else that's interesting about me, at least I think so, is I actually have a prosthetic eye. I had oh, this stupid thing called cancer as a baby, we won't go there. So there's some good moments, there's some good things about having a prosthetic eye. For instance, when I go to lens crafters to get my glasses, they're ready in only 30 minutes. Seriously. And if I wear contact lenses, they last twice as long because I can use the same prescription for the same eye. But there were some bad moments. You know, I had a horrible time in high school. I got teased a lot. You know, people called me, you know, hey pirate face, hey cyclops, hey one-eyed Willie. But there was this one particular kid who was really, really mean to me. He was just the worst. But I took care of him. I fucked with his wheelchair. Right, thank you. So I'm going to try some new stuff, although you've never seen it before, so it's all new to you. Have you been reading the news lately? Did you hear about that lady who tried to kill her daughter? You heard what you said? And every time, it's weird, but every time you read in the paper, they always interview the neighbor, and the neighbor's always like, they're always so surprised because, you know, the neighbor was always like such a good person. They always say hello to them. They're so polite. What a quiet family. You know, just once I want to hear the truth. It's like, you know, I really had a suspicion about them. You know, like every time the husband would come home really late from the abattoir, you know, factory. You know, it's like meatpacking factory. My husband's like, don't use that word. They won't know abattoir. Anybody hear French? The meatpacking factory. So I won't do that joke again. So speaking of newspapers, though, this always drives me crazy. But every time I'm looking in the what do you call it? When you're looking at the wanted ads, like for the apartments, whatever, you always see things like, you know, apartment for rent, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, Westmount adjacent. Like, what the fuck, Westmount adjacent? You never see Villamart adjacent. Get over yourself. You live in fucking Montreal. Okay, Westmount adjacent. Thank you. Oh, I got an applause. And then the other thing about the paper is the obituary section, which always gets to me because I read the paper a lot. When you read the obits, you always have the family like thanking the doctor, like, oh, you know, thank you, Dr. Cohen, for all the hard work that you did, and we appreciate everything. What are you thanking the doctor for? The guy died. He obviously fucked up somewhere. I never understood that. So I will end on a note. So obviously, before I got pregnant, you know, I went on dates, obviously. And so I was with this guy once, and we were getting all hot and heavy. We were, you know, dating. He whispered in my ear, "So do you swallow?" And I said, "Yes, I do." Income. So thank you guys so much.